Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9. So students, in today's video we will start reading with our second book from our English syllabus. The name of the book is Moments, and in this video we will start reading with our chapter 1. The name of the chapter is The Lost Child, and this chapter is written by Mr. Mulk Raj Anand. So he is the writer of this chapter. So students, the name is The Lost Child. It is a story, very interesting story about one child, about one small kid. So we will know more about this child in the story, and it's very interesting story, and I am very much sure that you all will enjoy reading this story. So let's begin. First of all, before you read, so before starting the story, let's get some idea. A child goes to a fair with his parents. So in this story we will read that there is one child, one small kid is there, and that child goes to a fair with whom? With his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. So now because he is a small kid, so he is very much happy, he is very much excited in that fair, and now he wants all the things that are there in the fair. So he wants to have the sweets, he wants to have the toys that displayed there in the fair, but his parents don't buy them for him. So he wanted to have all the things, but his parents, they just refuse. Okay, why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? So now the question is that earlier this child, or we can say this is small kid, he wanted to have all the things, he wanted to have the sweets, the toys that were there in the fair, but his parents, they just denied. But after some time, when some other person, when he was offering the same thing to the child, but this time the child, he himself refuses. So what now, you know what was the reason? So we will get the answer, we will know about all the things when we will begin our story. So now let's begin. It was the festival of spring. So we now know that there was one fair, and it was the fair, or we can say it was the festival of spring. So spring is a season that comes after winter season. So it was springtime. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. So now the writer is saying that when spring season has started, so now there were a lot of people. Humanity means human beings, so we can say people. So a lot of people were there who were emerging. So what emerge means? Emerge means to come out. Okay, so a lot of people were coming out of narrow lanes and alleys. So lanes, we all know, streets, and alley means the similar thing, it means narrow lanes, or we can say narrow streets. So it was a village, and in that village there were very narrow lanes, narrow streets were there. And now when spring season it was there, so a lot of people, they were coming out from their houses, and how they were gaily means happy, and clad means clothes. It means they were dressed in a very happy manner, they were very happy, and now they were coming out from their houses, they were coming out from the narrow lanes. Okay, and from the wintry shade means spring से पहले कौन सा season था? Winter season था. So we all know that in winter season many people, they prefer to be at home only. Why? Because outside there is so much cold. Okay, but now when it was the spring season, so now they just wanted to go outside. So now they are so much happy, and they are happily clothed, they are happily dressed up, and they are coming out from their houses, they are coming out from the narrow lanes that were there in that village. Clear? Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. Okay, so now all the people, they were coming, they were walking. So some people were walking, some rode on horses. So there were so many options. Some people were walking, right, and some people were riding on horses, and other people were sitting, being carried in bamboo and bullock cart. So what bullock cart means? In this picture we can see this is a bullock cart. So bullock cart looks like this, and this cart is carried by bulls. Okay, so this kind of cart was also there. So there were so many options, and all the people, they were using these options, and they were just coming out from their houses. And where they were going? They were going to the festival of spring, or we can say they were going to the fair that was there. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. So there was a great crowd, many people were there, and we can see that one little boy was also there, and this little boy, he was running between his father's legs, and how brimming over with life and laughter. So this little boy, this child, he was also very much happy, and he was brimming over with life and laughter. Means brimming means full, okay? So he was full with life and laughter. He was very much happy, he was laughing, and he was full of life, okay? So this is small boy, he was also very happy because he was going to the fair with his parents. So he was very happy, he was laughing, and he was full of life. "Come, child, come," called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. So now when they are in the fair, so this is small child, or we can say this is small boy, he lagged behind from his parents. Why? Because he was fascinated by the toys that were there in the shops that lined the way. So what fascinate means? Fascinate means interested, or we can say impressed, okay? So the parents, they were walking, and this little child, this little boy, he was very much impressed by the toys that were there in the shop. So this was the reason he lagged behind. So you know, his parents, they were calling him, "Come, child, come." Then he hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to the call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toy. So when his parents, they were calling him like, "Come, child, come," then you know, he hurried towards his parents, okay? Now his feet, they were obedient to his parents' call, but his eyes were still lingering on the receding toy. So let's understand the meaning first. What lingering means? Lingering means lasting for a long time, and receding means left behind. It means that a small child, or we can say that small boy, he was very much interested, okay? He was very much fascinated, or we can say impressed with the toys that were there. So he was looking at you know, those toys, and his parents, they are walking, right? And you know, his parents, they were calling him like, "Come, child, come." So his feet were obedient. It means he was walking towards his parents, but still his eyes were there towards the toys. It means still he was looking back towards the toys. He was walking ahead to his parents, but still he was looking back towards the toys because he was very much interested. He was very much fascinated by the toys that were there. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. So now that small boy, he was in the fair, and there was one shop full with toys, and he was very much fascinated. He was very much interested in those toys. So now he was walking towards his parents, who were waiting for him, okay? So when he reached to his parents, so now he was unable to suppress the desire. What desire? Desire of his heart. And what desire he was having? He just wanted to have the toys. So now he was unable to suppress the desire that he wanted to have the toys, but at the same time he very well knew this thing that you know, uske jo parents hai, they will refuse, and they will have the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. So this little child, this little boy, he is very much used to of his parents you know, reaction, his parents behavior, that whenever he requested for something, whenever he demanded for something, then every time his parents, they just refused. They just have the a very cold and old stare of refusal in their eyes, okay? So this time also the little boy, he wanted to have the toys, so he just demanded, he just requested for the toys, but at the same time in his heart he knew very much, he was sure that you know, his parents, they will just refuse, and in their eyes there will be the same old cold stare, okay? "I want that toy," he pleaded. So in his heart he knew this thing, that his parents, they will just refuse to his request, but still he pleaded, he still you know, requested this thing, and he said that, "I want that toy." His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. So when this boy, he requested, he just pleaded that, "I want to have that toy." So what was the reaction of the parents? So his father, he was looking at him red-eyed. red-eyed means his father was full of anger and he was looking, you know, that small boy with that angry look in his eyes, and this was his familiar tyrant's way. So what tyrants means? Tyrants means something that is very cruel. Okay, so his father was very much angry, his eyes were red with anger, and he was looking at the child with that red eyes, and this look, that was very cruel look, it was very much familiar, because every time when this small child, when this small boy, whenever he requested for something, whenever he wanted to have something, then each and every time this was the reaction of his father. So this reaction was quite familiar. Okay. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender, and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you?" So what was the reaction of the father that we have read? Father was very much angry. He was having that anger look in his eyes. Okay. Now let's read what was the reaction of the mother. So now the mother of the child, she was melted by the free spirit of the day, and this was the reason she was tender. So what tender means? Tender means soft. Okay. So father was very much angry, but mother, she was soft, she was tender, and this was the reason that she, you know, gave him her finger to hold, and then she said, "Look, child, what is before you." Okay. So जो mother थी, उन्होंने भी, you know, उसकी request को पूरा नहीं किया, उन्होंने भी, you know, उसके लिए toy नहीं लेके दिया, but वो ये चाहती थी कि वो कैसे भी करके, you know, उस toy के बारे में भूल जाए. So she just wanted to divert his mind. So this was the reason that she was saying that, "Look, child, what is before you," so that the child, he could forget about that toy. Okay. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles of even land. So what was there before the child? It was a flowering mustard field. So one mustard field was there, and it was full of flowers. Okay. And it was looking pale like melting gold. Pale means yellow color. So that mustard field was looking pale, it was looking of yellow color, just like melting gold, and it swept across miles and miles of even land. Okay. So students, in this picture you can see this is a mustard field, and this field is full with flowers, and it is looking just, you know, yellow pale color, and it is looking like melting gold. Okay. So this kind of field was there, mustard field was there, and the mother of the child, she just wanted to divert, you know, his mind so that he could forget about the toy. So she just said that, "Look, child, what is before you? Just look at the fields, how beautiful, how graceful, how wonderful the mustard field is looking." A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. So now the writer is presenting the scene that was there at the mustard field. So writer is saying that, you know, a group of dragonflies were there. So dragonflies is a kind of insect. In this picture you can see this insect is known as dragonflies. Okay. So a group of dragonflies was there in that field, and they were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings. So what gaudy means? Gaudy means something that is very shiny or very bright. Okay. So dragonfly, in this picture we can also see they are having these purple color wings. Okay. And they are very shiny, very bright. So writer is saying that, you know, in that mustard field there was a group of dragonflies, and they were flying, and how? Using their gaudy purple color wings, and they were intercepting means to cut off. Okay. So they were cutting off the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. It means a group of dragonflies were there, right? But at the same time there was lone means single, or we can say lonely. So there was one single, or we can say lonely black bee or butterfly was also there. So they are also some insect. In this picture you can see this is black bee and this is butterfly, as you all know. So writer is saying that, you know, one group of dragonflies was there, but one single black bee, or we can say one single butterfly was also there, right? So that group was intercepting the flight of that single black bee or butterfly, right, in search of sweetness from the flowers. And what all those insects they were doing there? They were searching the sweetness from the flowers. As we all know that, you know, these insects, they just suck the pollen of the flower. Okay. So they were there in the mustard field. The child followed them in the air with his gaze. So now this child is a small boy. Now he is very much fascinated towards the insect. Now he is totally forgotten about the toys and he is into these mustard field. So now he was following them. That means all the insects that were there, dragonflies or butterfly, in the air with his gaze. Gaze means to look intently. So that child, he was looking very intently towards the insect and he was following those insects till one of them would still its wings and rest and he would try to catch it. So now this child, this boy, he was following all the insects because he just wanted to catch those insects, right, till one of them would still its wings and rest. तो उनमें से कोई जो इंसेक्ट था वो कभी कभी अपने विंग्स को स्टिल कर देता था. स्टिल मीन्स अपने विंग्स को मूव नहीं करता था, उनको अपने आप को फ्लाई नहीं करता था और वो रेस्ट करते थे. सो एट दैट टाइम दिस चाइल्ड ही जस्ट वांटेड टू कैच दोज insects, okay, but it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air when he had almost caught it in its hand. So when those insects, they were resting on the flowers, so at that time this small boy, this child, he just trying to catch those insects. So when he went towards the insect, near the insect, then at the same time they would go fluttering, flapping their wings up into the air when he had almost caught it in his hand. So now this child, he was unable to catch any of the insect. Then his mother gave a cautionary call, "Come child, come on the footpath." So now this child is completely lost in the mustard field. So now again the mother of the child, she was giving a cautionary call and she was calling, "Come child, come onto the footpath." He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being however soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. So when the child was completely lost in the mustard field, so one more time the mother, she was calling him. So now this child, he was running towards his parents gaily, means very happily, and he was walking abreast of them. Abreast means side by side, but jaldi ही क्या होता है, one more time he was left behind and this time he was attracted by the little insect and worms along the footpath that were teeming out. Teeming out means empty out, or we can say coming out from their hiding places. Why? To enjoy the sunshine, because we have read that it was the spring season. So now जो winter season अभी अभी end हुआ है, so now it was sunshine there. So all the insects, all the worms, they were coming out from their hiding places just to enjoy the sunshine, just to have the sun rays. So now this time this little child, he was attracted towards the insect, towards the worms that were there on the footpath. So one more time he just left behind from his parents. "Come child, come," his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. So this time also the little boy, the little child, he left behind from his parents. So his parents, they called him one more time like, "Come child, come," and now they were waiting for him. They were resting where? They were calling from the shade of a grove. So what grove means? Grove is a group of trees. Like in this picture you can see this kind of group of trees known as grove. So one grove was also there, so they were calling from the shade of the grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. So what well means, we all know. In this picture we can see this is a well. So one well was also there, so they were resting on the edge of the well, and then they called him like, "Come child, come." He ran towards them. So when the boy, he heard his parents call, so one more time he was running towards his parents. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove, and forgetting his parents, he began to gather the raining petals in his hand. So now his parents were sitting in the grove, okay, the group of trees that was there. So now when the child, when he went towards his parents, those were sitting under the grove. So now a shower of young flowers was falling upon the child, okay, when he entered the grove. And now one more time he just forgot about his parents and he started to gather the raining petals petals in his hand. So in this picture we can see these kinds of petals were there that were raining over the child. It means you know जो यहाँ पे trees थे, so some of the trees were having some flowers, okay, and when the child, when he entered into the grove, so some flowers were falling upon the child, so we can say some raining petals were there, and this child, he was completely fascinated towards the petals and he started to gather the petals, and one more time he just forgot about his parents, okay. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents shouting, the dove, the dove. So when the child, when he was collecting, when he was gathering the petals that were there, so then he heard the cooing of doves. So doves is a kind of bird. In this picture we can see this is a dove. They are of white color and they are very much similar to pigeons, okay. So these kinds of doves were there, and he just heard the cooing of a dove. He just heard the sound that was made by the doves. So one more time he was attracted, you know, towards the sound, and he ran towards his parents shouting, the dove, the dove. The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands, and now he just forgot about the petals that he was collecting some time ago, because now he was attracted towards the cooing of the dove. So the raining petals that he was having in his hands, they were dropping from his hands, and he was completely forgotten. He completely forgot about the petals. So now we can see that he is a very small child, he is a small boy, and he is very much attracted to so many things one after another, okay, and so many times he just left behind from his parents because he is looking all around and he is fascinated, he is interested in so many things. Come child, come, they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild caprice round the banyan tree, and gathering him up they took the narrow winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard field. So you know, now the child, he is attracted towards the dove. So now one more time the parents of the child, they were calling like, come child, come, and the child, where is he? He had now gone running in wild caprice round the banyan tree. So now one banyan tree is there, and the child is thinking that, you know, the doves, they may be on the tree, on the banyan tree. So now he was running in wild caprice. What caprice means? It means in a very playful manner, in a very playful movements, okay. So he was running around the banyan tree. So now the parents of the child, they just gather him up. It means they just took him up, and then they took the narrow winding footpath that led to the fair through the mustard field. So one more time, the parents and the child, they were on their way towards the fair. They were going to the fair, okay. So now we can see, we can imagine that the child, he is very much happy, he is actually very much excited, and he is fascinated, he is attracted towards so many things. And one more thing we can see here, that for so many times he just left behind from his parents, okay. So now we can read more about this child, more about his excitement in the next video. So see you in the next video. Thank you.